Timestamp. September 25th. I hope that's going to work. Nope, that's not going to work. Yay! September 25th, 2025. It's about 8:40 p.m. Because it was that day of the week, and I do that whether I need it or not. Kidding. Just grabbed a shower, that was nice. Tried to hold up my phone with that, didn't work. Bump, bump, wow. So yeah. It's, yeah, 8:40 p.m. I got up. Might go brush my hair. About 11 o'clock last night, actually. And I played around on the computer, watched videos until sunrise, and I've been pretty much working since then. So, definitely got my one brick. Been a couple days since I'd taken a shower, so I smelled like a beast of the field. You ever have one of those days when you move your arm the wrong way and you're like, whoa? You know what I mean? Yeah. I'll need to be hosed off. So trying to wasn't sure what my cat was doing. Hex was jumping off the crate where Janus is. He likes hanging out on top of the crate where Janus is hanging out right now. I didn't know if he was about to jump onto the bar right here or not, because that changes everything. So trying to reorganize the stuff that's near the front door so that it is garage sale only. I moved all the pink totes that are eBay into the kitchen for now. I had the kitchen clear, but there's a reason. All those brown from hell behind me. My friends was like, wait a minute, you actually have video games? I'm like, yeah, how did you not? Yeah. I have a Blastoids and a Zybots, and there should be a third one coming soon. I'm so 12, I'm so looking forward to it. And that's part of what I'm doing, is I'm trying to move things around to make room for, because I know what I'm going to do in that kind of way. So, every one of the rooms in this house, I mean, it's a hoarder's paradise. But every one of the rooms in this house typically has like 150% of the furniture that should be in said room. You know, you've got couches in front of bookcases and a dresser in front of two bookcases and stuff like that. It's all over the place. There, in the dining room, there were 4 china cabinets or hutches total, plus a dining room table, 6 chairs. If my wife, myself, and our middle and youngest were actually invited over for dinner, all 6 chairs would be needed otherwise. I don't know. Maybe it just gave Mom the feeling that she was alive, kind of thing. You know, the illusion of I can entertain, therefore I am, and it puts me at peace. I don't know. Just excessive, though. You got the corner china cabinet, hutch, whatever you want to call it. You can't even actually open the drawers because it's a corner unit, and it's any and all of those are kind of pinned against the other china cabinet. It's just, guys, at a certain point, you know. But yeah, the 2 big china cabinets, nope. I'm going to use the 2 smaller hutch ones, whatnot, just for my own stuff for the moment while we get settled in, because I've got toys, a few. And I want somewhere where I can kind of organize them and partially display them. It's not a final destination. Tiny and I are working around here trying to avoid final destinations. In honor of what's coming. Again, not the game that's coming, but Atari Major Havoc. Oh, Harry and David Breakfast Blend. It's the last of the pot. I'm probably going to be grabbing a nap here pretty soon, though, because I've been up... I've been up 20, 21 hours now. Working for 14 of it. I mean, not like straight, you know. I'll work for an hour or two and then sit down for like 5 minutes. I did take a couple of like 20-minute meal breaks. Had a couple of turkey and cheese sandwiches for lunch. Had some Golden Grams for breakfast. Kind of going simple on that one, just doing some cereal. And for dinner, we're still feeding off of, I'd baked a huge amount of leg quarters the other day, and potatoes, olive oil, Italian seasoning, basic, you know, shake and bake, kind of marinade, basting, whatnot. Turned out so good though. But I made 2 pans, like 2 pans. I think there were 12 leg quarters total, something like that. And I did probably 3 pounds of potatoes. So good. But yeah, I mean, between sandwiches and those, Tiny and I have been grazing on them for the past couple of days. So for dinner I had a leg quarter and a couple potato wedges. It was good. Yeah. I like them taters, yeah, they're good. But yeah, moving the garage sale stuff to the living room. I'm going to be emptying the 2 large china cabinets and banker boxing them, and then kind of sliding those to the wall in the living room. I'm probably going to Facebook Marketplace those, because I don't know that I want to carry it outside and then carry it back in for garage sales. That just seems painful. One of them's 5 feet wide, the other one's like 4 feet wide. They're not, you know, they're not just a little hutch. They're big, and they're nice, but they don't fit my lifestyle. And there is so much brown here. I'm going to use the 2 smaller ones, but I'm so done with brown. If I ramble, I apologize. I'm tired. The 2 smaller ones that I'm going to use, I'm just using those temporarily, and then they're going to probably go somewhere not here. But they'll work for my toys, because I'm 12. It's a commercial. I've had Doctor Who going in the background all day long, and it's a life insurance commercial that kept playing on the Roku that was mildly offensive. They were talking about a deal that they had for seniors, ages 50 and up. That's how I feel about it too. I'm 54, so I was like, oh, am I considered a senior now? That's nice. No, I don't. That's not nice. I don't like that. Take it back. I get it, but I know that I'm kind of younger than my years too, so it's like, wait, 54, that's a senior? Stop it. And I got some silvers going on, but I think it makes me look wise and dashing. I don't think I look 54. I don't know. but the video games are going to go on the far wall. So for a while, until actually it's probably eventually, once I redo everything, there's probably still going to be pins or video games against that wall. I was going to say in the backdrop of the videos, they'll probably be right behind me in the future. I got like half a cup, but I don't want to make a full pot because I'm going to bed here in a minute. The struggles. But go get a couple Q-tips because I feel the liquid bouncing around my ears. Yeah, I know you're not supposed to do it, but I'm careful. We talked about this the other day. Oh man, but yeah, like I need toy space. Oh, thank you, Tanner. There's a newspaper that's wet on the ground. I'm guessing that was the Chihuahua. And I don't think the Chihuahua put the newspaper down. I think it was probably a tiny response. Just admiring what you did. It's very nice. Thank you. Yeah, still got a huge amount of plastic totes in here I gotta wash because we'll recirculate them. Ow. But yeah, I still need to go through all this stuff that's behind the couch currently. This is all kind of garage sale fodder. My understanding full circle? Yeah, full circle. Trying to figure out what the Doctor Who episode was. This would be Adric's first episode. And it is Tom Baker and Ramona 2. But yeah, I've got my couch bed and more toys, because of course I do. This Tiffany lamp is not actually a Tiffany lamp. My understanding is this is one of the ones that my parents got involved with. Ooh, is he still alive? Okay, I was gonna say that's not good. Killed a. Did I get him? They're right here. A couple of bed bugs earlier. Oh. I sprayed down the couch and folded the comforter back over and all that. Oh, I'll step over you. Acorn, it's fine. No problem. But yeah, it'll all make sense. But my parents got involved with a hustler, con artist, who was selling them genuine antiques. He was giving them a really good deal because he couldn't hang on to them too long. He wanted to make sure that they went to a good place. So, I'm going to give you this offer. About my parents. So there's actually a bunch of Tiffany lamps here that aren't Tiffany lamps. They're really good imitations, so I know that sometimes they still have value. I'm probably going to try and have them appraised anyway, by somebody that actually knows what they're doing, just in case. Because I don't know if they got all of them from this guy. You can look him up. He's in the newspapers because he finally got arrested. He died a few years back. He went by Colonel Coker, C-O-K-E-R, was working out of Florida. Worked a lot of old people, apparently. But yeah, my parents bought some Tiffany lamps from him, and They bought some Remington bronzes and yep. Yep. Yeah, my mom was embarrassed by it. My dad was like, well, how are we supposed to know? It's like, you know that whole if it sounds too good to be true thing? Yep, he was making that offer just for you. And the other 20 old couples that he rooked during the same month, year, what have you. It's just aggravating. It's like, guys, you should know better. This is 20 years ago. So, I don't even know that my dad... Actually, my dad might have been early stage dementia at that point. Maybe. Because it can be a 20-year sentence. Because we know he's in final stage now, which is usually a year or two. Maybe. Maybe. But, I mean, let's keep it real. Mom made the decisions on that. Dad thinks that he made the decision. Mom made that decision. So, realistically, Mom's the one that got rooked. Dad just went, alright, Sand, if you think it's a good idea. That's how that worked. I wasn't there, but I know. So yeah, I've got some imitation Remington bronzes. I've got some imitation Tiffany lamps. I do want to get one of the actual antique appraisers to take a look at them though, because they may not have gotten all of them from, and there's a dozen. They may not have gotten them all from Coker. Maybe they have a real one or two or 10. Would be cool. I have a feeling they're all probably fakes. The one in the living room looks really good though. From what I understand, I did a little bit of homework on Tiffany and all that. They look pretty good. But if you're trying to con old people, your forgeries probably do need to look pretty good, right? Even if they're old and gullible, you're going to get that one couple that's going to do their homework and they're going to call you out. And then your whole operation's in trouble. So if you're actually operating in a town for any kind of period of time, if you're, a traveling salesman, then it's not so big a deal. I know a lot about con artists. I know a lot about hustling and grifting and all that. Confession. When I was 12, I found an older movie, and this is actually topical because Mr. Robert Redford just passed not too long ago. When I was about 12, I came upon a movie from 10 years prior called The Sting. And how somebody will ask you what's your favorite movie, and it's like, well, if you're more highbrow or posh, it's like, well, are you asking me which movie do I like critically? Or are you asking me which movie do I like to sit down and watch and could watch every day of the week? That almost categoric, what kind of question are you asking me? If you're asking me what film I like the most, The Sting is going to be one of the contenders. If you're asking me, what's my favorite movie, then it gets a little more complicated. Because then I'm going to ask you what genre. Favorite comedy? Noises Off. As a theater rat, I've seen everything that happens in Noises Off go wrong in at least one show. Not all in the same show, dear God, thank you. But So it tickles me because it's like, yeah, that happened. Yeah, that happened. Yeah, that happened in this show. Yeah, that happened in this show. Oh, all three of these things happened in this show. That show was a disaster, though. You have those moments, those thoughts. Do top three comedies. Someone's going to ask. Noises Off. Um, A Fish Called Wanda. And Young Frankenstein. With an honorable mention for Shaun of the Dead, because it's kind of a genre-crossing film. I remember the header for it, or the tagline, whatever you want to call it, was a romantic comedy with zombies. I thought that was pretty funny. A romantic comedy with zombies. Well, yes. It's a fine film. Mr. Edgar Wright, Simon Pegg, Nick Frost. Love it. Yeah, I can feel my brain slipping away. I'm definitely tired. But tomorrow, supposed to... I picked up a lot of little auctions on eBay. Most of them aren't... Almost all of them aren't here yet. I did get one auction today. I don't know if my wife watches my channel or not, so I'm not going to mention what it is because it's something I got for her. Her birthday's coming up. So I saw what it was and tucked it back in a box that I've got. Started goodies for her because I'm going to make like her birthday is November 1st, and once upon a time we used to go to Halloween Horror Nights all the time, but then we became parents and that became a little bit more difficult to do. So but Halloween's we usually have like a 2 or 3 day party time. Her birthday is November 1st, which I still think is funny because it's All Saints Day. Exactly. It's like God, cosmic joke kind of thing. And I mean that in love. It's a very teasing thing. You were born on All Saints Day. Okay. But yeah, we're both horror movie junkies, so the whole like Halloween weekend is usually a time where we take a moment and reflect, relax, enjoy. True story. So I'm kind of putting together a gift bag of sorts for her with all kinds of interesting things that I found. A couple things that she's been wanting to get and I think forgotten that she had mentioned it. So. Yeah, I got a bunch of little things on the way. I got that Aliens lot. I think I mentioned that. Went a little higher than I wanted, but it was okay. Looking at what those pieces would have cost, I did good. But I've got a couple more like adorable lots and some. I've got a bunch of like single and double, or not double, but pair too of Doctor Who figures coming in. Some people were listing some stuff that I've been trying to get a hold of for a while, and I'm like, I'll take it. Oh, you've got this one, I'll take it. Like Harry Sullivan, I've been wanting to get. He's a third Doctor, fourth Doctor companion. Dr. Harry Sullivan works with UNIT. Used to get companionized with Sarah Jane Smith a lot. Now I don't have a Harry. I know I don't have a Harry Sullivan figure, and somebody put one up for like $7, and I was like, okay, I'll take that. I like him. I actually met him. I met him at a con. He's very nice. Very nice. I don't know if he's still around or not. I don't know. I know Liz Sladen's gone. I know Sarah Jane passed. She had a long battle with cancer. It's my understanding. I never met her though. I heard she was very nice. would like to, never had the chance. I don't know that she did the concert that much. I was mostly going to the Doctor Who cons like in the late 80s, early 90s. Still, Nicholas Courtney, most charming Doctor Who celeb cast member that I've met. And nothing against Peter Davison. I met Peter Davison. He was very, very nice, but so incredibly shy, it blew my mind. He was not expecting the fanfare. And he even said something like that on stage during the Q&As. Like, I feel like I'm being received like the Beatles, and I'm not used to that. I'm an English actor. They don't react that way over there. That would have been like in '88 or '89, I think. Met John Nathan Turner. He was touring with him. Fun bunch. John Leeson. Affirmative, master. You know. Mistress. John Leeson. Gotta love some K9 now. Piece of cake. So, now I know I'm delirious. That's right. I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. Make it a great day.